We're live. Hey, everybody. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside Santana Wood, or sort of alongside anyway. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So obviously we're here again tonight practicing our social distancing, but want to give you guys our latest updates for our county, Albemarle County, as well as some national stuff for this evening. So first we want to kick off by talking about our big kind of topic over this weekend, which was Alexander City resident confirming a positive diagnosis of coronavirus.
Yes, a woman came to us and shared with us that her husband had been diagnosed with COVID-19 and received a positive test at Russell Medical and did provide those medical records for us. But the big message that she wanted to get out at the time, Alabama Public Health had not reported any cases in Tallapoosa County at the time. And she kept seeing, zero reported. Meanwhile, her husband is at home sick with the virus. And she just really wanted people to understand, hey, this is in our community. But you know what? He did get really sick, but he is going to be okay. He is recovering. But it is serious. It is in our community. She really wanted people to know that. Now, at this time, as of 4:30 this afternoon, Alabama Public Health did release that there is at least one confirmed case in the county.
Yeah, and I think it's there's no way to know whether that's the same case, whether that's a different case. A lot of people have been asking us kind of what was the holdup, and there could be any number of reasons. The Outlook has been kind of looking into why those reasons have occurred in terms of the numbers not matching up with what we know was a positive case. And it could be, I don't think there's any need to think that it's a conspiracy theory or people aren't giving accurate facts. It could just be any number of reasons, due to there's so many people being tested right now. There's probably very few facilities who can actually confirm that. It is important to remember that a positive test or a test in general then has to go to the Alabama Department of Public Health in order to be confirmed. So I don't think anybody's trying to hide anything. Certainly the Outlook isn't, but it's important to stay up to date with those numbers and kind of, know that it's hard to tell the numbers exactly. A lot of people have said you can be symptomatic and still test positive. So even those numbers that are accurate still might not be accurate reflections of how many people have the virus.
Right. And what we really want to get across to our readers is, no matter what, our community has probably been exposed to this virus before now. And we really want you to continue to practice those social distancing and other guidelines provided by the state in order to continue to protect yourself and ultimately others. And also, at this time, as of 4:30 p.m., 1,832 people had been tested for the virus in Alabama, which means more than 10% of those have been tested have been positive.
Yeah, and it's also important to think about the number of positive results that are being reported today. We were steadily in the 25 to 30 range of increases for the last 4 days, and then it went up by 39 from today since yesterday. So just be aware of that and, know that you need to take those proper precautions.
Definitely. Over in some national news today that we want to share with you, FEMA is working on sending out many medical supplies to some folks, and Trump has also made an executive order prohibiting hoarding of essential medical health and medical supplies. And this is punishable by law, according to Trump in his press conference earlier today. The government is also postponing the deadline for STAR IDs.
And I think that's important to note for our county. We were sort of behind the curve, and a lot of states had already had that, or a lot of states had already pushed that. And Alabama's deadline was, I think, in October. He did say within a couple of days he would announce when that new deadline would be, but just you don't need to rush out and take care of it right away.
Right. In some local news here in Alexander City and Tallapoosa County, those school systems were on spring break last week. So today they officially started their feeding programs. Our staff writer and photographer, Cliff Williams, was out on the scene covering that today and went down there and said things went well for the first day. They are trying to speed up their operations, of course, probably work out some first day kinks. But overall, 600 students were fed in Tallapoosa County, while 300 children were fed in Alexander City. And that'll probably pick up throughout the week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Another thing that we've been working on today that we'll have more information about in Tuesday's Outlook is the Small Business Administration has announced it'll be providing loans at a fixed rate for small businesses. It sounds like in the research today that which there were still some questions about it in terms of something about portions could be forgivable if you were still able to pay your employees or anything like that. So there's still some kinks that need to be worked out before our local businesses here in Tallapoosa County, actually apply. But they do seem excited about the prospects and hope that that will help them in the long run.
Definitely. I hope that that will be important for our small businesses who we know are, going through a hard time right now. Also in our local news, the Alexander City, City of Alexander City is looking for a way to help those who might be struggling or will be struggling to pay their utility bill. That is something that many people have asked us about, and they are looking at a way to figure out what to do there. More details will be finalized this week and be approved at the next Alexander City City Council meeting, which is 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, and I think the thing that Cliff's kind of gathered from our city council members is that they want to get something done because they know that is 2 weeks out. So hopefully we'll hear more about that even before then. Another big thing is that Main Street Family Care is now doing coronavirus testing. They have 16 locations, one of which is in Alexander City. So that's another kind of testing facility here locally. Just do remember, to call ahead to any facility, Main Street or otherwise, if you are feeling symptoms and want to go be tested.
Yep, I believe there is a Main Street Family Care in Millbrook as well. Not sure all the locations, but there are definitely some here in the Lake Martin and River Region area if you need to go get tested out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to talk a little bit of Elmore County news. Okay, so I think we're about back. Hopefully, we're still working out some things technologically.
Bear with us.
So bear with us. Hopefully you can hear us a little better. I know that was a complaint last week, so we are trying to work out anything that you guys are giving to us. But over in Elmore County, the Elmore County Hospital updated numbers. They've sent out 102 coronavirus tests to the Alabama Department of Public Health for testing. So it's good that they're getting as many people as they can. And again, I think a big thing to remember is that they are testing for anything else before they're testing for the coronavirus to sort of eliminate anything else that you could be feeling if you have the symptoms.
Definitely. And there are still 6 cases over there in Elmore County, according to the Alabama Department of Public Health, and currently 1 confirmed case from the Alabama Department of Public Health here in Tallapoosa County. Just to reiterate that. Over in Elmore County, the Board of Education approved a resolution suspending policies so the schools can maneuver and act as quickly as the school system works throughout this pandemic. know they're figuring out a lot of things over there.
It does seem like a lot of school officials, both in our county, in our counties and around the state, are feeling as if they will have a little bit more answers by next week in terms of if the break will be extended, if we'll go back to school at all, kind of what's going to happen there. So hopefully we'll know more on that front. Also, over in South, the municipal offices have announced their closure until April 10th, which is extended from April 6th.
Correct. And we've also got some myths versus facts for you guys. Wanted to share with you today. We do see things on social media and people share things with us, and it's our job to let you know what's fact there. And so this actually came from. Go ahead, Lizzie.
I was just going to say this one is actually from social media, but there was a question brought up about a senator who tested positive. I believe it was a senator who tested positive, and if he had have still been coming to work, what would have happened in that case? And a official at Trump's press conference said that if they had continued to come to work and followed the protocols as far as staying 6 feet apart, washing hands, things like that, they wouldn't have contracted the virus to anyone else. That may or may not be true. I can't say that you definitely, if you have it, you're going to infect someone else. But I think it's a little dangerous to think that if you have the virus, it's okay to go out as long as you stay 6 feet away and wash your hands. Obviously, if you have the virus, you should be staying indoors. If you have the symptoms, you should be staying indoors. And if you can, even without those things, you should be staying indoors. So I just don't want to take too much into that, from especially coming from an official at a press conference.
Right. The CDC, does recommend that if you have the virus, you are quarantined. Even if you're, in your home with another family member, you're supposed to be in a room by yourself if you have tested positive for COVID-19. So I think definitely use caution there and follow those CDC guidelines and whatever the Alabama Department of Public Health recommends as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of bad news going on, right? So we want to end the show tonight with a little bit of feel-good news. One great story out of California County, a second grader from Jim Pearson kind of took it upon herself to make cards for the residents at Chapman's nursing home when she found out that the senior citizens were not allowed visitors. She just kind of wrote them generic cards like "You are strong," and Bible verses and things like that. So look out for that story in the Outlook on Tuesday as well.
Yeah, definitely really awesome that a second grader got out there and wanted to spend her time kind of spreading some joy to people who need it. I know that folks at the nursing home aren't getting their usual visitors and even their usual game time that they have. So I think that that's great that she was able to spread a little bit of cheer there. Also over in Elmore County, an eclectic middle school teacher, Lana Haybear, has made up some recommendations for parents to kind of check in with their students and make it fun during the time off. So we think that's great as well.
Yeah, we also announced the Outlook at Home photo contest winner. We had a little contest talking about people's at home workspace. And we had Amy Hamlet was our winner, and she had set up an Easter egg hunt around her house with her 2 children, I believe, and they were practicing multiplication facts with that. So she was the winner. Her prize was sent out to her, and look out for more photo contest winners because, like I said, a lot of doom and gloom right now, but we do want to kind of mix it up with a little bit of fun and feel good stories.
Yeah, trying to brighten up your days a little bit here while a lot of people are stuck inside. And like Lizzie said, a little bit of doom and gloom here recently as the virus continues to spread throughout the state. We want to give you as much good news as we possibly can. So if you do hear of any, feel good stories or some good news happening in our communities, maybe like the second grader passing out cards to the nursing home, if there's anything like that that you hear of or know of, please let us know. And we'll be happy to highlight that in our papers and on our show as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And lastly, we always want to reiterate, that Tallahassee Publishers, you can come to as a trusted source. There were some questions about how we verified information with our story this weekend, and we want you to know that we vetted our sources completely. We talk on a constant basis about what's verifiable, what isn't, and we're making those decisions as an editorial staff. But we are not hiding anything. But we just want to make sure that you guys know that you can come to us and trust us, that we'll always give you correct information.
Yeah, we are not putting it out there if we have not 100% vetted it and verified it. So anything that you read from us, you know that it's fact, and you can continue to come to us. To get the news throughout this, we will continue to provide you this show every weeknight at 7 p.m. and updates daily to our websites as well. So thank you guys for watching. Continue to check in with us. And again, those numbers from Alabama Public Health are released twice a day around 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And you can always look for an update from us on our websites to get those updated numbers. Thanks again for watching. I am Santana Wood, Managing Editor, alongside Lizzie Arbogast, Sports Editor. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.